Hello, Ronnie Angel here of Next Level Fitness and Healing. I want to talk to you today about cultivating energy through a practice of Qigong, which is an internal martial arts. But basically, you're working on your breath and movement. So you're breathing in and out, being conscious of your breath. And through this, you're never getting your heart rate up. You're staying nice and relaxed. And then this way, this has helped cultivating energy. Another thing that I'll be doing with this, the first part I'll be doing is what's called hands to the water. And I really like doing this practice, and it is a practice for me, first thing in the morning. It really helps cultivate my day, sets the intentions, because I also use this as a way to connect to Great Spirit, and my helping angels and spirit guides, and set the intentions for the day of them to help me. And along with this cultivation of energy with this breath movement, along with zone exercises, which is developed by Paul Chek of the Chek Institute. But it's basically focusing on certain chakras throughout the system to be able to create balance with the breathing and the movement. But today I'm just going to do what I do each morning. It's a 20-minute practice. You can do it as long as you want to do it. I mean, you can do it 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, but 20 minutes, and if you can do 20 minutes for 100 days, that's called a gong, and that will really cultivate some energy in you. So it's really nice to be able to have this in your toolbox, where if you're used to working out all the time, expending energy, strength training, cardiovascular, that's expending energy, it's working out, where this can be working in. It's a cultivating of energy, so that way it will be very restorative and also healing to the body. But this practice right here is called hands to the water, and then I'll transition. I'll do hands to the water. For me, I'll just do it as my body flows. But as I first started learning this, I did it about 10 minutes, and then I had a little chime that went off that made me switch to another exercise, which is called energy push, and then I'll switch to energy push, and then at the end I end up having about another chime lasting about 5 minutes after that, and then I'll start to do just swings, and then that way it would help just create another energy flow through a different area of the body. And then I do a little tapping technique to open up my meridians at the very end. So that way it really creates energy flowing all through the body, opening up my energetic pathways for the day. But first off, what I do is I get grounded. So feet about shoulder width apart, really focusing. For me, I focus in grounding to Mother Earth. So I'm really fantastic if you can do it outside. So with the weather being nicer, most of the time I do it first thing in the morning outside, barefooted, so I can really deeply ground into Mother Earth and allow her feminine energy to pull any type of negativity or anything that's not wanted in my body out, and helps balance me back out. But I'm grounded, and I visually think of roots going out of my feet deep down into Mother Earth. I do that. And then for me, if I'm going to connect to Great Spirit, which I do every day, I'm then setting my intentions, connecting to Great Spirit, my angels, my high spirit guides, Archangel Michael, Raphael, Ariel, bringing power to me today, protect me and guide me, and then I go on in whatever my intention of the day is. But first, this is the movement. I want to bring this movement in, grounding myself, connecting to great ones that are willing to help me. And then I'm going to act like I'm in water about up to my ankles. And this is a great warm-up for the whole spine as well. Okay, so this is hands to the water. So I take a big deep breath, breathing in as I come up, inhalation. And then I'm going to breathe out as I go down. I'm going to breathe out. I'm going to tuck my chin. My hands are going to come down like I'm scooping water. And I'm going to scoop water, bringing it close to my body so I don't spill it. And then I'm coming up as I'm breathing in. And then I'm going to breathe out. I'm going to breathe out as I go down, tucking my chin, coming down, pushing my hips back. Breathing out. I'm going to breathe in. Breathing out.
Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. I'll step to the side so you can see that as well, how it goes. So I'm breathing out, tucking my chin, breathing in, fully breathed at the very top, then breathing out, totally out of breath by the time I get to the bottom. So I'm following my hands with my head. Just getting a good stretch all down my spine. So it's just a nice gentle flow. It's flow of breath, thinking about my breathing. The mind will sometimes want to start to wander on you, because this is like a breathing meditation. I have a trouble just sitting still and meditating. So this helps. This helps a movement meditation to some degree, because as I'm moving, it's making my left brain, my logical brain, thinking it's doing something. So to allow that to be online doing that, so then I can focus on the right side of the brain, or not focus, and allow intuition or guidance to come through, because the left side's being tripped. So it's a movement meditation to me at the same time as a Qigong practice of cultivating energy along the way. So as I just got done doing the hands to the water, and if it's too much for you to go all the way down due to injury, stiffness, just go down to the knees. That's okay. The biggest thing is you just want to breathe and just focus on the breath. Feel the breath moving through the body. Feel it moving through the body, the breath. So I'll do that, like I said, about 10 minutes or so. Now it's just whatever feels like I'm flowing. Then I'll move to energy push. So here I'm also focusing on, this is a really good zone exercise for the solar Plex Chakra. This is your wheel center. So this is your power, your creativity. You know, it vibrates at the color of yellow. So the solar Plex Chakra. So this is an energy push. So I'm just kind of like pushing. To me, I think about breathing in and out of my palms. So I'm breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. I do a little bit of a bend in my knees when I do it. Breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. And to me, like I said, I'm focusing on breathing, but to me I go another step further and I'm thinking about I'm breathing in and out through the palms of my hands. Breathing in this breath, definitely breathing it all the way into my solar Plex Chakra, and it just creates balance. And once I get this down, I can even take it to another level of thinking of yellow, thinking of breathing yellow in. I'm surrounded by golden yellow light, and it's coming right into the solar Plex Chakra. It's just creating balance. And then don't be surprised if you start to feel tingling or movement in the palms of your hands. That's energy. You have very small vortexes or chakras in your hands as well. So that's an energy source, healing energy source. So you don't be surprised if you feel that energy in that area. So then just to conclude, what I'll do next is then I'll just stop and then I'll do just swings. So now I first start off by looking kind of straight ahead. So that way it's actually working on stretching out my neck as well. So, but my arms are just flopping. So for me, I kind of think a little bit more. I let my hands actually come and hit right up underneath my armpit, about right at the bottom here, in this area right here. That's where your spleen meridian runs, and this can be used as a tapping technique to help open up the spleen meridian. In Chinese medicine, you have meridians that runs throughout the body. That's what acupuncture works on when you do acupuncture needles or acupressure, working on the meridians and open those up and letting the energy flow. It's all about energy. So I do this. So I'll just work through this till this feels comfortable, or like I said, if I've set the timer, and I'm just letting myself flow and just letting myself breathe as I'm working through this. And then when I get done, so this is just a breathing, so, and then I'm just doing this. And then when I get done with this, then I do tapping. I work on a tapping technique on K27, so I find my collarbone, I go down 1 inch and over 1 inch. And there's a little hole, you'll feel a little debit right in that area. So here I'll tap. So I usually tap for about 2 to 3 breaths. I'm going to work through this fairly quickly. But I tap these areas, then I go to my breastbone where my thalamus is at to help my immune system. So I'm tapping that area, 3 breaths, and then I'll go to right above the pubic bone. So right there above the pubic bone, and I'm tapping on the pubic bone. Exact same thing, 3 breaths, 2 to 3 breaths. And then I'll go to right underneath my eyes, tapping right there. And I like using all my fingers because there's quite a grid of meridians right through that area, and I can hit them all if I spread my fingers apart and hit in that area. So doing my breath, then right up underneath my nose, between my lip and the bottom of my nose, and then I'm going to go right to the bottom of my chin in that area there. So that's a sequence that I do which helps cultivate energy, moves energy through my body. So like I said, I'll do hands to the water, energy push, and then swings. And then finish up with the tapping technique in the different areas. Okay, so that's a great way to really start your day off. The best time to do it is in the morning or sunrise or sunset. That's the biggest energy change in the day. So the veil of opening up into energy is thinnest at that time, just due to that big change of energy from darkness to light and light to darkness. But any time is great. For sure, and if you can do it in the earth, on Mother Earth, barefooted, that's even better. And if you take it to another level, doing it in the rain with the energy of the water coming in and connecting to Mother Earth and setting your intentions to Great Spirit and just connecting with the rain, man, that's just like, whoa. It's like supercharge, or it supercharges me, of course. Or if I'm standing in running water and doing it in running water. Anytime you bring water into it, it just takes it to another level. But I hope you've really enjoyed this right here. It's a great practice. If you can get yourself into it, it opens you up, cultivates energy. And like I said, first thing in the morning where you're stiff, that movement